Welcome to the ProKitchen measurement tool and auto cabinet placing demo. In this demo, we're obviously going to take a look at our new measurement tool and our new auto placing feature that we can actually place cabinets without ever dragging and dropping them onto a layout. So to get started here, we're going to take a look at our measurement tool, and I'm going to pull up a design that I've been working on. And on my little design, I have most of my cabinets set, but obviously I need to fill in a few more cabinets. Now I've got my range placed over here where I want my range to be, but you'll notice in my measurements up here, I don't have the center line or my appliance measurements turned on, so I really don't know where it's located. So to find that out with the new measurement tool, as I roll my mouse up onto my placement zone, I get a cool little measurement. So I know now that I have 30 inches in there to my base cabinet, and I've got 30 inches over here to the end of my wall. So to fill this in, I'll need a 30-inch base cabinet. So I'm going to pull up a base 30, and I can simply drag and drop that guy into place. And then over here I've got 30 inches, and I think I'm going to do a 24-inch base cabinet over there. So we'll do a 24 and drop them into place. Okay, and that's our new measurement tool. Now if I move my mouse back over here, I've got 6 inches left on that wall. Now I'm going to pull up an elevation, and we're going to take a look at the other features of this. So I'm going to elevate this wall. And now I've got my elevation up here. If I want to know where a cabinet's placed, I can drag it in here, and need a little zoom on this one. Because my eyes aren't good enough to see that. And I can see I have 19.5 inches in there. If I need to know what I have to the ceiling, if I need to know what I have on the end, 6.5 inches. I can tell my distance. There we go. I can tell my distance from the ceiling down. Now this feature is always on, but it can be turned off, because obviously it can be just a little annoying. So if you want to turn this feature off in either your elevation or on your grid work, just do simply a right click, and here we've got display distances on mouse navigation. We just want to uncheck that, and now that feature is turned off. Close out my elevation. Now that we've taken a look at that, let's take a look at how easy it can be to place cabinets without ever dragging and dropping them onto the layout. Now you have to start with one cabinet. In this case, we're going to start with my corner wall cabinet, and I'm going to go over here and select my wall cabinets, and my next cabinet in there, I want a wall 2130 left. So I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to erase that first. I'm going to highlight this. Now I want to hit Control and Enter on my keyboard, and it places it right in there next. I want a wall 2130 right for my next one. I just highlight it, Control and Enter on my keyboard, and away we go. Now we can also enter our cabinet up here in our Finder. My next cabinet, I want a wall 3015. Enter it in. Here I have it. It's already highlighted. Control Enter. The next cabinet, I want a wall 2430. The B one already comes up, but if it doesn't, I can add the B. Control Enter. And I've just finished placing all of my cabinets in about, half of the time it would have taken me to drag and drop them out there on the layout. Now the one last thing we want to take a look at and make everybody aware of is we have changed the way our some of our features in Print Preview. So I'm going to go pull up a Print Preview. And here in my Print Preview, now all of this has stayed the same thing that you're familiar with, but what we're going to do here is we're going to go change our margins. And I know a lot of you have already changed margins. You're saying, yeah, Paul, this isn't new. But what we've done is we've made it so that when you do change your margins, it stays from job to job. So I'm going to set a 1/2 inch margin in here from our 1 inch margin. And I'm going to click OK. And I'm going to come here and I'm just going to do all views because that's fine for our demonstration. And you can see that we've got a 1 inch margin. And we've got, or I'm sorry, a 1/2 inch margin all the way around our layouts now. Now as we close this out, and yeah, this one's a little bit small, but it had to bring in my little demo notation up there. So I'm not going to print this, I'm just going to close it off. And so from here, when we go back into it, if we click on it, click on our print preview, there we have our 1/2 inch margin that's set as default. And you can set these at whatever size you want. And there we go. And now we're back to our layout. And so these are just a couple of the new features that we've introduced with the ProKitchen version 4.0.7 update. If you haven't run your updates yet, be sure to come up here and click on your automatic update buttons and get these wonderful new features. Thank you for listening to the new ProKitchen measurement and auto cabinet placement video demo.